All right, guys. So I want to be pretty precise with our time tonight because I don't know if you saw it or not, but I just posted another Zoom that's happening tonight at 8, talking about the quote, "I don't want to be a salesperson," that I think you hear a lot, either from yourself or possibly from other people. So it'll be a good one for you. It looked like Amber Manquist, and I think maybe that was Natasha. I'm not sure who else was in that picture. I just looked really quick. I'm sorry. But it's 200K leaders that have great businesses. So it's definitely something you want to try to get on, or at least, be a part of. So before we start, though, I want to remind you resolution packs are dead after the 15th. So you've got tonight, tomorrow, and the next day, and that's it. Ask yourself, does everyone that you know about the resolution packs? Does everyone that you know that there's free product and free shipping right now? Don't assume they read their email. Don't assume they saw your Facebook. Don't assume anything. Ask yourself, do they know? And then if you can't say yes adamantly to everyone, get on the horn, get on the message, whatever it is that you need to do. And then I also just posted, because I was just perusing Lavelle's Insta story right before this, Thrive Palooza tickets go on sale this week. It didn't say what day, but it did say this week. So I know when you're looking at Thrive Palooza, for us, there's an airplane ticket. Obviously, you got to have a bed to sleep in. That costs money. And there's the ticket itself. Number one, it is a tax write-off. Number two, this is your business. That's really all I've got to offer you. It's just a decision on your part if your business is worth it. Yes, I know you've got jobs, kids, all that stuff. I get it. I totally get it. But it's just a decision you have to make. So know that tickets to Dallas right now out of Dayton and Cincinnati. Actually, TJ just found a flight out of Dayton for like $270, I think. And that was not on there the day I was looking, or at least I didn't see it. I might have missed it because I would have loved to have flown out of Dayton. It's so much better. But anyway, I'm flying out of CVG. So those tickets are out there. We do have hotel rooms booked. I did put a post, and I'm asking you to only comment on that post when you actually buy your plane ticket, because I'm trying to be very precise about how many beds we have and how many people are coming. Because there's the whole I'm coming, and then no one buys a plane ticket and you can't get there. I mean, you can drive. That's fine. You can tell me whatever, but only comment when you know for sure. But I need to know, yes, it's January. It's not happening until May, but that'll be here before you know it. So anyway, resolution packs, Palooza tickets. Right now, that's all I can think of as far as housekeeping goes. And so I will just dive right into this. And I want to be very upfront and honest that the conversation I want to have tonight, if you are doing Lavelle for fun, or just because, this is probably not the conversation for you, because it's probably not going to really mean much to you. I'm here to talk to the people who are making money, building a business, and paying your bills with your Lavelle income. And I forget exactly what I titled, basically like your eggs in the basket, and how, like, sometimes you got rotten eggs. What I want to talk about tonight is the fact that your basket needs to be full of eggs. Some are going to be good, some are going to be rotten, but they've got to be in that basket. And what I'm talking about is, how many people are you talking to? I get messages literally all day long from people saying, I have been talking to Karen for 3 months. She's not doing anything. I'm devastated. I cannot promote. Karen won't order. Pardon my French, but screw Karen. Do you know how many other people are out there in the world? If you can't look at me and tell me that you've got 30 people in your basket, and in those 30 people, some have already said no, that's okay. They're still in your basket. They don't have to know that. They're a rotten egg. You're carrying them around. That's fine. Mom just came home and the dogs are losing their... That was Radar. Did you hear that? That's Radar. Don't be focused on one person. Don't be focused on 5 people. And I said 30, probably need more than that. If you are doing this every day for a business, you need to have so many conversations and so many names swirling around. I can't just let them swirl in my head. I'm not that organized. My brain doesn't work that way. I have to write names down. Posting us, however the heck you want to do it. I don't care how you do it. Do the notebook thing. I don't know. There's a million ways to do it. But if you are focused on one person, or even 3 people, and you come to me and say, I can't promote, no one's ordering. Bob has said he was going to order, and he didn't order. Nobody's ordering. I can't promote. Then you're right. Like I said, promoting is not for the faint of heart. If you are trying to sell Thrive to one person or 3 people and you're basing your entire sales career and life off of those 1 to 3 people, promoting is probably not the best option for you. If you really want to make a business out of this and you really want to see your paychecks grow and you want to see your team grow, you have to understand that even the rotten eggs that you're carrying around in your baskets could become your customer in the next year or 2. What are rotten eggs? People who've told you no, people who flat out bought another product, people who possibly ordered and then said, never ordered again, people who trialed it and said it didn't work. Those are all your rotten eggs. It doesn't mean that you throw them away. You keep those names. You keep in touch with those people. You keep sending them information about a new product or something you're trying, or something I'm trying to be better about that is completely underutilized is the Lavelle blog. There are so many articles in that blog about health, fitness, sleeping, nutrition, and it's literally a article written, but then they throw in the products that we sell. So maybe somebody went with, I don't know, that pink stuff, Plexus or something. Maybe they went with that. Don't be sad. That's fine. You make sure you put them on your list that every single month they're getting an article from the Lavelle blog from you. Maybe it's talking about how they told you they weren't sleeping real great. I know, don't even acknowledge that they're using Plexus or ordered Plexus, right? Just ignore that crap. They could be literally doing to you what other people are doing to their distributor or whatever that somebody else has done to you. Maybe they ordered it. Maybe it's sitting not being used. Maybe they're not using it correctly. Or maybe it's crap and it's not working. So you stay in front of them. Always keep that open. I want to go into a whole big thing about this down the road because I want to be better prepared for what I have for you. But everybody talks about follow-up, but there is a thing called follow back. You follow back with people that say no. You follow back with people that bought something else. You follow back with people that dropped off the face of the earth. You keep all of these people, and you don't just give up on yourself or your business. When people come to me and say, Bob didn't order, nobody wants my stuff, I can't promote, this is too hard for me. Okay, why? Sonia's laughing. And I'm not even picking on you. I don't even know Bob is a made-up character, but if you're feeling yourself or you think I'm talking about you, maybe there's conversations in your head I don't know about. And now I've lost my track. But so like when people tell me that, why are you promoting? Did you click the promoter button and did you go to Thrive Palooza last year because you want to sell 1 pack of Thrive to Bob? Is that that's your goal? That's why we're doing all this? That's why we're meeting every Monday night, so you can sell 1 pack to Bob? Or are you meeting every Monday night to get some education? Are you on the planning Zooms to plan out your week? Are you going to Thrive Palooza to build a business? Because a business requires people, and a lot of them. Most of the faces I see on here, you have been thriving more than a year as a promoter. People come and people go. People also come back. It's a big circle. It's a big world out there. Never ever, Becca, what if we had given up on you? What if we had said Becca thrived and she stopped? A, I'm a horrible promoter because Becca quit, and B, I'm never going to talk to her again because she quit thriving. Well, then she wouldn't be here on the Zoom tonight, you guys. Every person who's ever communicated with you is a potential customer. And if they're not going to be your customer, they might be the person that connects you to someone. So just because they've said no, now listen, I'm not saying when Bob says no that you hound his ass down every day and you whittle him to the ground and you beat him to where he's like, oh my God, this woman's lost her mind. She won't leave me alone. It's a profession. You're going to treat him professional. You're going to send him useful information, whether it's about how taking a vacation is good for stress, because maybe in some of your conversations he talked about being stressed at work. Maybe Bob told you he can't afford it and you find an article about 6 ways to save money. Send that shit. Like last time we talked, you were talking about you were struggling with your bills. I came across some really good ideas. If people tell you what's going on in their life, help them. You will be the person that helped them. When Bob finally gets his bills in check, I remember Sonia helped me. I'm going to call her about that Thrive stuff. Or maybe Bob keeps telling you he can't afford it and really he's rolling in the dough, but he's petrified of it. He thinks it's going to make his eyes turn green. I don't know, or he's going to become addicted, whatever. And then finally one day you've sent him so many articles about health and wellness and how lack of sleep is detrimental to his job and his health. And he's like, you know what? Bag it. I'm going to try that crap. And Sonia is the one who's done this. And if you guys don't believe me, I want you to think about somebody that you had in your list that and almost all of you have had this where you're like, oh my God, I reached out to her 2 years ago and she ordered. It's because that is someone who you kept in contact with in some way, shape, or form, right? You never put them in the done pile and wrote them off. You kept them in your basket. You know, they're going to shuffle around. Some are going to smell bad at times. It's not always going to be easy, but that's okay. It's not your job to make it easy for them. And it's not your job to make the decision for them. It's your job to keep them educated and be in their mind. So part of this comes from Brittany did that challenge where she wanted you to have 10 conversations a day. And I'm not even going to lie. That seemed really hard at first. And some days it was, like some days just time-wise, it was just hard. And then the more I thought about it, I was like, okay, let's pretend I'm a dentist. And I'm only trying to sell my dental work to Bob. What am I going to do with one customer? How is Bob going to support my business? Do I not need to have a full day on my schedule as a dentist? Do I not need to have the ability to know that some people are going to cancel? You've all been to the dentist and you've all done this. You cancel last minute, or the dentist really wants you to get, 4 cavities filled and you're like, listen, the wallet says 2 for the month. And then after he finishes his whole day, or she, not to be sexist, he or she finishes his whole day, he doesn't go home and be like, well, that was 10 people. I'm done. No, he's got to go to work tomorrow and he's got to see a whole bunch more people, right? So I get that that's his full-time job. I get that that's what he does. And he probably has a really nice receptionist that keeps everything running for him. But here's the thing. It's a business. It requires a lot of people every single day, in and out, in and out, in and out. You've got to stay focused on keeping people in and out, in and out. If somebody comes to you and they don't want it out, bring somebody else new in. But that person that went out, circle them back around, bring them back through a couple of times. Don't give up on people. The most important person I want you to not give up on is you. I have heard in the last 2 weeks, more people tell me they can't do it. They don't know how to do it. They're struggling because somebody said no. One person told you no, and you're quitting. That literally blows my mind. Literally. Like I said, this is not a conversation for those of you doing this for fun. This is for people who are trying to pay their bills or trying to reach ranks or drive a free car. This is serious talk about business. If you are not talking to a ton of people, and I'm not saying it has to be this big scripted long conversation. I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I did 12 quick voice messages today to people. 6 of them were belated birthdays. Yes, I knew their birthday was yesterday, whatever. Some of the other ones were just names of people who I haven't talked to in a while. And I literally just said, hey, I thought of you today. I know I don't ever see you, which is amazing to me because we live in the same city, which it's true. Everyone who I left that message to, I don't know how I don't actually see these people. Lebanon is not that big. But I'm like, you know what though? I love that we're still connected on Facebook and I get to keep track of you. I hope everything's going great with you. Talk to you later. Done. Don't tell anybody, but 3 of them I did from the bathroom. Okay. It's not hard. And people respond. That's so nice of you to say that, or what a great message to get from somebody. And whatever, here's where it gets tricky. They start replying and then you're like, oh my God, I got to talk to these people. That's okay. That's a good problem to have. And remember, you don't have to do it right every single time. You just have to put a block in your day. Again, might be when I'm on the potty, where I'm going to respond to some of these people and be like, yeah, whatever. I saw that sale too. Or yeah, I saw that building they're building down the street. Whatever it is that the conversation went to. I'm not even talking about Thrive, right? You don't have to talk about Thrive. Think of somebody who you bought something from recently in the last year. Every time you see them, do they talk about what you bought from them? Because if they do, they probably get on your nerves, right? So have conversations with lots of people. Do not put all of your eggs in the one basket, right? That's that saying, all your eggs in one basket. For me, it needs to be a giant basket. It's going to have broken eggs, rotten eggs, fresh eggs, delicious eggs, whatever, however you like your daggone eggs. There's going to be a whole bunch of them in there, but you've got to keep them moving and shaking and doing all the things. My screen is shaking. I'm trying to read these messages. I have a sampler right now who did it works, but has an account with me since 2017. Do not stop with her because guess what? It works, don't work, and she will be coming around. That's a fact. Tammy used to always say the same Sally. Yeah, I know. I actually said Bob tonight because I feel like I always talk about Sally. And I was like, what's another name? I'm going to call him Bob. Sally Sue, my basket of scrambled eggs. That's okay. See, I love all that. All right, so you guys, does that make sense to you? Do you understand where I'm coming from? I know that it's not easy to always start these conversations. I know that you're trying to maybe make dinner or you're trying to get here, there, or everywhere. But again, if you're doing this for a living and you want to grow your business, you are going to take time to talk to people who you have not talked to. It is literally your job to talk to people. That's what Lavelle basically pays you for. It's not to hold people's hands necessarily while they're placing orders. It's not to, make sure that you call them every morning. I mean, I know some promoters will say this, but like you don't have to call them every day and be like, are you taking your Thrive? You need to talk to people because you all have customers who miraculously somehow were able to create their own account. They actually placed their own order. They've actually logged in and edited their auto ship all by their big selves. And then you have people who are like, I don't know, how do I put my email in? Those people literally drive you nuts for a month. They finally order a box of capsules and they don't even take it right. Right? Those people suck the life right out of you. I'm not saying don't sell the box of capsules. Go for it. That's $60 for volume. But don't focus on those people. Don't waste your time chasing your tail for those people because there are literally people out there who want to feel good, who are willing to read and click the buttons to put in their information. I know Sandra Dobek had somebody who we both think this is kind of fishy. He wants to place an order, but he wants to Venmo her the money. He doesn't want to place his own order. I'm like, huh? First of all, there's a $5 upcharge for that because we got to go get a Visa card if we're going to do that. But why would you even want to start that? It's a young person who knows how to Venmo. If you know how to Venmo, you know how to place an order online. So again, I think it's good to stay in contact with these people, encourage them to place their orders, but you don't have to hold their hand because there's 20 other people that we haven't talked to today that might actually be willing to log on and create an account. So think about how much energy you're spending on 1 or 2 or even 3 people and ask yourself if that energy is producing business for you, because I'm going to guess it's not. It's probably sucking the life out of you. It's probably making you down, depressed, all that jazz, making you doubt yourself. You know how many people are like literally doubt their own ability as a human to be good at something because one person tells them no? I hear it all day. I get messages all day. That freaking Bob told me no, and my life is ruined. And no, it's not. Bob's life is ruined because he didn't order the Thrive. That's the attitude you have to have. You literally have the best product on the market. I'm not blowing smoke. I don't have to because you're all promoters. You guys know what I do for a living. You know what we see. I sell Thrive. Case in point. You literally have the best product on the market. So keep that in mind when people are, pardon my French, dicking around with you, wanting you to do this, that, and the other. Let them know, I got the best thing out there. When you're ready, I'm ready. And then go get a different egg and start talking to another egg. Don't waste your time. Don't base your success or your worth. Lord, do not put your worth in anyone else's hands just because somebody says no. You don't even have to know answers to questions, you guys. That's our whole shtick. Hey, Samantha, what's in the capsules? Gosh, I'm not really sure. Let me ask my friend Tammy. Samantha knows what's in the capsules and she can read. It's on the box. But there's magic in a 3-way chat and they're easy. Those of you that have been here a while, you remember 3-way calls? Oh, it's like pulling fingernails out of people. It's a 3-way chat. It's the easiest thing in the world. Do you know how many times I tell people I don't know the answer to stuff? I know the answer to stuff because I'm answering the question for somebody else's customer. Just stop making it hard. Make it your goal to pick a number, whatever you're comfortable with, and then add 5. All right. So if you're like, I'm comfortable starting 10 conversations a day, make it 15. And again, these are not Thrive conversations. These are just conversations with people. You want to be on their mind. You want to be talking to them. And just because they told you no, or just because they dropped off the face of the earth, they don't promote anymore, they don't order anymore, whatever. If you don't send them something and have a conversation with them, shame on you. Some of the best customers and promoters you're ever going to have are people who quit. Because think about that. If they quit and then they came back, they know how good it is, right? Danielle had one today. This girl started a long time ago. She loved her Thrive. She even was one of those where it was like, oh my God, she clicked promoter. What do we do? And then she had some things come up in life and she couldn't order and she just reordered today. That was the easiest 3-way chat because she is telling me how excited she is to be thriving again. I don't even know why I'm in that chat except for the fact that we do chats. I got nothing to say to this woman that she's not already saying to me. So if people have given up, if people have quit, and you don't follow up and you don't keep them as one of your eggs or whatever the heck I'm trying to do here with this eggs in the basket thing, then that's your loss. And that's you putting way too much value on the fact that they said no. Okay. So I want you all to be thinking right now, who is in my cloud office as a customer who I'm not even following up with because they stopped ordering 2 years ago. They won't even talk to me about Thrive. Well, of course they're not going to talk to you about it. They're not ordering it for some reason. Talk to them about something else. Make it so they're comfortable with you, having a conversation with you. Because guess what? One day they might be like, hey, you know what? I kind of want to start thriving again. Some people are embarrassed that they had to quit, right? They don't want to come to you and be like, I quit because I didn't think it was working, but it really was working and I feel stupid. Or I quit because I was having money troubles, but I don't want to tell you about my money troubles. I quit because I went through a divorce, but I don't want to tell you about my divorce. They don't owe you an explanation. You don't need an explanation because you've already moved on to somebody new, right? You're out looking for 15 to 20 people to talk to every day, but you can talk to them. I don't know how else to say this. If you guys are not literate, I mean, I get that the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 is cute and it's got 5 reach outs and it's got 4 follow-ups and good for you. Okay. Are you doing this for a business? Because if you are, that 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 should be like what you're doing before breakfast. And then moving on. And I also want to address really quickly, and then I'm going to, if you have questions, start. I love Tammy. Oh God. I love you, Mike. I was actually showing Tom the video of you putting the dogs in the shower. We had a good laugh about that one. But now I've lost my train of thought. What was I going to talk about? Before we leave, I was going to talk about one more. Oh, so I know a lot of you guys get frustrated or flustered because, case in point, Sam gave us an enormous amount of information last night about Pinterest. And I know a lot of you are like scrambling and you want to get it done. And I already know this. You're already getting overwhelmed. People are already getting nervous. I think I might be doing it wrong. Okay, hold the phone. First of all, spend about 15 minutes in Pinterest. Spend 15 minutes in Facebook. Spend 15 minutes in Instagram. Circle back around. Pinterest is not writing you a paycheck, is my point. However, you got to be on there. And you do need to do it right. So you do need to spend some time. Don't spend all day in one spot. Learn a little bit, get a little better every single day at what you do. But before you get overwhelmed and say, I can't even do it. It's too much. I've got to make a Facebook post and then I got to do an Instagram post and then now they want me to do a Pinterest post. Okay. Are you doing this for a business? Everywhere there's a potential customer looking, you need to be there. I mean, do you think McDonald's even needs to advertise anymore? Is there anyone who doesn't know what the golden arches mean anywhere in the world? But they do. Yes, I know they have a whole team doing this stuff. I get that. And you don't have a whole team, but that's okay because none of us are really up to the point in our lives where we need a whole team yet. But they have Facebook. They have an Instagram. They're probably doing YouTube videos. They're probably on TikTok because they are everywhere where their customer is. Because why? Because they want to have a big old net to bring in about 1 million so they can sell about 500,000 because it's believe it or not, half of those people are going to go to Burger King or Chick-fil-A because Mickey D's is not the only game in town, right? You're not the only game in town. Cast a big net, bring the people in. When they swim someplace else, cast your net again, bring them back in. They might get to Chick-fil-A and have a crappy sandwich. They might decide they want to go back to you, right? You got to just keep moving and keep thinking. Do not let one person or one order or one bad month or hell, I don't know, maybe you had a bad year. Don't let that stop you. Because if you truly want to make money and make this your business and you have dreams around this goal, and if you don't, you're crazy because you could be at home working and you can have your kids with you or you could be like Laura and Sandra and you could be like empty nesters and have your whole house to yourself, which sounds pretty freaking amazing too. The only thing that's stopping you, the only thing that is slowing you down is you. And I want you to understand, I'm not preaching at you. I'm looking at myself at the same time. I have a way of getting in my own way. I have a way of being like, my God, I talked to 10 people today and nobody bought anything from me. And then I smack myself and I move on with my life, right? Like literally, if you got hired today by Xerox and they said, okay, go out and talk to 10 customers today. Are you thinking you're going to come back with 10 orders? And if you came back with 0 orders, are you like, my God, they're going to fire me? No, they just want you to go out and talk to people who have copiers because maybe they're old. Maybe they're going to need one in the next 6 months. Maybe they just opened a new office and they don't have money for a copier yet. Maybe they have a brand new copier and it works just great, but they don't like that sales guy. And it might be a while, but you're out casting the net, right? You're not If I could go to bed every night with an order, I'd be pretty fantastic. But if I go to bed every night with 10 new conversations, I'm phenomenal, right? So think bigger than the one person. Think beyond the no. Think beyond the person that ordered something else. Stop getting your guys' feelings hurt. Stop even wrapping your feelings around this. This is again, if you're doing this for fun, I get it. And I have a feeling that the conversation on this next Zoom is going to be totally different because they're going to talk about how you're not a salesperson. And I'm here to tell you that if you're making money, you're a freaking salesperson. We are selling a product to customers. You got to find the customers, you got to walk them through, and then you got to follow back up, right? So whatever they say at 8 o'clock, good for them. But I'm here to tell you, this is what we do. We filter people all day long. The more people you filter, the bigger your business will be. So the next time somebody tells you no, be like, thank heavens, because now I got to move on to someone else. Do not let that no get to you. Do not let that no get under your skin. It has nothing to do with you. No one has ever looked at me and been like, you know what, I'm not going to order that Thrive because I don't like you. Maybe they thought it. I don't know. But it's the thing like when you're young and you go to school and you got a zit and you think everyone's looking at your zit, but they're not because they're all looking at their zits, right? So when you think somebody's trying, they're not buying your Thrive because they're mean or they're stupid or blah, blah, blah. They have problems of their own and it's got nothing to do with you and it's got nothing to do with Thrive. The sooner you wrap your mind around that and go find somebody else who doesn't have a problem right now and they do want to buy your Thrive, the better off you're going to be and the bigger your business is going to be. Anyway, I feel like I'm talking in circles. We've only got a few minutes. Tammy's on fire tonight. And you know what? It's because my face is on fire. Like it's legitimately on fire. I can feel it right now. So anyway, I'm going to ice my face. We'll hop on the other Zoom. Love all of you. I hope I didn't hurt anybody's feelings, but if I did, pull your panties up and get out there and sell some Thrive. Bye.